Hey, Dr. Christopher Segler here. And listen, I was out on a run recently and I was actually thinking about something about the things that are always true or always false with running injuries. And there are really very, very few things in medicine that are always one way or another. It's all about risk and benefit. But there are some things that I think we as runners get sold as mistruths when we actually get injured. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about the things that are running injury truths. And running injury truth number one is that the advice to rest is a lie. I mean, this gives us false hope. There's no other way to put it. And when you go to a doctor, the promise with resting is that your crazy physical activity, your crazy amount of running is the problem. And that if you just stop running, if you just chill out, if you just relax, if you just take a step back and do nothing, everything will magically get better. And that's not really the way it works, unfortunately. Because when you're a runner, you're either getting stronger or you're getting weaker. There is no in between. There is no gray area with that. You are either improving or you're not. And we know this in training. If you do the workouts, you get stronger. If you sit around and do nothing and you take a week off, you get weaker. And when you get injured, you do not get a free pass to that process. So that's the first thing. The second part of that is this sort of false promise that if you just sit still long enough, if you'll just listen to the doctor and chill out and just stop running, then everything will heal. Well, I just got a message from someone who was desperate, and he said he went to the doctor. He was told if he would stop running, his plantar fasciitis would go away. And 1 year later, no improvement at all. So not only has his plantar fasciitis not gotten better, he's now had a full year of no running at all, and he has no running fitness at all. So there's no way that that's going to help you. You have to do something. Granted, you might have to modify some things a little bit. You might have to do something to run differently. You might have to even take a very brief period of time off of running, but you cannot stop training. You have to keep training everything else around that injured part. That's really the key. And we as runners, we buy into this hope that if we just make some kind of sacrifice, that the healing's going to magically happen. And I hate to say this, but I think that a lot of us kind of do this to ourselves in many respects. We stick to really strict diets because we know that it's good for us and we know that it's self-deprivation, but we have had so much improvement through self-deprivation. A lot of times when we're told to stop running, we kind of pick that up as a similar form of self-deprivation, and it's counterproductive. It really doesn't help us. 100% rest only means that you're going to have 100% reduction in your running fitness eventually. And eventually you can't get that back either. So listen, there are some things you can do. So you can't just sit around and do nothing. You have to do something. You have to take steps to get better. One of the things I created is the 12 steps to running injury recovery. And it really is a straight outline of what I do with runners when they call me, what I do with somebody when they sign up for a webcam call, or even if they sign up for a full month of recovery coaching, where I'm walking them through the process to make sure they maintain their running fitness and they're able to continue to stay fit so they really can get back to running without a loss of all their running fitness. Well, I do the same thing with all of them. And I actually explained this to a physician at a medical conference one time, and that's where I came up with it. So if you want to check it out, just go to docontherun.com/12 steps and you can sign up there. It's free. You can get it now. We've got the replays up for a limited time, so get it while it's available. If you're injured and you don't know what to do, if you're sitting in a fractured walking boot, you think you should be out of the boot, but you're afraid to take it off. If you think you should try going for a run, but you haven't been given clearance from your doctor to do that. If you're not sure what you're doing, but you are sure that your running fitness is suffering as a consequence, go check it out. It's free. You can get it at docontherun.com/12 steps. We've got it available as a replay for a little bit of time. So if this is up and you're viewing this now, it's probably still available. So go get it. docontherun.com/12 steps and get started and take some action now.
Doc on the Run. We help injured runners run.